Accomplish a goal. So with this positive quote, a very delightful noon to one and all present here. So on the behalf of City University and School of Management, I welcome our chief guest speaker, Dr. Leenu Anand, for expert talk on topic curiosity, a great virtue. Dr. Leenu is currently serving as an assistant professor at Aurobindo College of Commerce and Management, Ludhiana. She has more than 17 years of teaching and research experience. She earned her doctoral degree from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar in 2012. Her area of specialization is human resource management and research interest includes innovative human resource management, psychology for managers, e-commerce and strategic human resource management. She has numerous national and international publications to her credit. She has served as coordinator and member of key institutional committees like Internal Quality Assurance Cell, NAA's Steering Committee, Research and Faculty Development Committee, and Women Development Cell during her careers. She has developed numerous expert talks at faculty development and student development programs at institutions of repute. So I welcome Assistant Dean and HOS of School of Management, Dr. Nikhil Munga, to share his views upon the same.
Very good noon to all of you. I am really thankful to Dr. Leenu for sparing the valuable time for all of you. The topic is very, we can say that also creates a curiosity in our mind that what we are going to have today. Curiosity, that is the first thing behind any innovation, right? Without curiosity, you will not be able to achieve anything. You will not be able to invent something new. So on this wonderful topic, we are, you all are blessed, and we are delighted to have Dr. Leenu here in CT University from Sri Aurobindo College. So I would like to welcome and please give a big round of applause for our guest. And I hope that in the today's session you will also have the curiosities. You will also be able to ask questions and you will also open your doors, right? So I would like to welcome Dr. Leenu Anand. Please share your word of wisdom with us.
You people are favorite. You have some Bollywood heroes in your mind. And Three Idiots, I think that's one of the movies that you people are very well known to. Anyone who can relate curiosity, I won't tell you any definition of curiosity. I'll just ask you, can you relate any incident from Three Idiots that you can imagine it's related to curiosity? Any one of you? Can you recall? Can you imagine? Can you just... Anyone? Three Idiots, how many of you have seen that movie, have watched it? Just one or two? I'm surprised. Three Idiots movie किस-किसने देखी है? Wow, that's good. Who is the leading hero? आमिर, that's wonderful. तो आमिर का कोई ऐसा इंस्टेंस, बिकॉज है तो वो भी एजुकेशन पे बेस्ड मूवी, सो एनी इंसिडेंट दैट यू कैन रिमाइंड योर सेल्फ ऑफ एंड रिकॉल, जो आप रिलेट कर सकते हो कि आमिर रांचो की क्यूरियोसिटी से रिलेटेड था. एनी वन ऑफ यू? नो वन? आपको याद है वो किसी भी क्लास में चला जाता था, बैठ जाता था और सुनने के लिए what concepts are into discussion? Can you relate? जब आप यहाँ आ रहे थे, how many of you did know about कि ये टॉपिक क्या है आज के सेशन का? How many of you had this curiosity in your mind कि आज टॉपिक क्या होने वाला है, कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा? Just raise your hands. Your participation is required. How many of you? टॉपिक किसी को नहीं पता था? No. पूछा किसी ने अपने टीचर से? No. That's wrong. That means you people actually lack curiosity and it needs to be developed. How many of you, just raise your hands, how many of you ask questions during your classes of any subject, be it of your interest or otherwise it's your curriculum? That's one, two. Just very few, very few. Okay, let's see. Let's hope this will make a difference in your lives. Now, it's curiosity, a great virtue. So please change the slide. Once when I was in GNDU, abhi one of your classmates or I think batchmates, she said कि I have done it from GNDU, Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar. वहाँ एक बार इसी तरह से I was just attending my MCom classes और one of the teachers I still remember, बहुत साल हो गए, वो भगवान को प्यारे हो गए, लेकिन आज भी मुझे याद है, वो जब आते थे क्लास में कंटेम्प्रेरी इश्यूज ऑफ अकाउंटिंग पढ़ाते थे और साथ ही साथ ही यूज्ड टू टेल अस सर्टेन कीवर्ड्स फॉर एज हिज विजडम और हम लोग नोट करते थे. मुझे आदत थी, मैं अपने रजिस्टर पे नोट कर लेती थी, लेकिन एक बार उन्होंने बताया, रजिस्टर पे नोट किया, दोबारा रजिस्टर कभी नहीं उठाया, एंड इट वाज देयर इन माय माइंड ऑलवेज. वन थिंग, yearn to learn. Do you know the meaning of the same? There should be a craving in you for learning. आजकल जो entrepreneurship, otherwise ये जो classrooms में आप बैठ के पढ़ते हो, everywhere you would always try to learn something. Always yearn to learn. That means there should be a craving in your mind कि आज कुछ सीख के निकलना है, धक्का ही सही. हो सकता है आपको लगे कि नहीं मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा, तो पूछो. That means there should be a craving in you to learn. And this was given to me, this lesson was given to me by my teacher, Dr. Subhash Chandra. I still remember him. He was very strict teacher. हमें तो strict teachers पसंद नहीं है ना आजकल. जो strict होते हैं, attendance नहीं देते हैं, पढ़ाते रहते हैं, वो अच्छे नहीं लगते हैं. But we were of such a lot कि we used to listen to the teachers carefully. कुछ तो अच्छा, कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा. Accounting का नहीं तो general life का सही. And this is related to your general life as well as to each and every subject. Right? So one thing that I still remember from my teacher's lesson, that is yearn to learn. You need to have a craving to learn. And in this session, you should have that craving in you. You need to learn lesson of life here. And even you may ask few questions if you have any in your mind. Don't ask just for the sake of asking. Ask because you want to learn. ये भी एक instance आपको याद होगा. 3 Idiots में beginning में जब virus, whom we call virus, तो he was bringing that eagle to the fora and he said कि अब मैं आपको बताता हूँ how eagle makes nest. तो उस टाइम पे भी एक इंसिडेंट था, किसी को याद है? आमिर ने एक क्वेश्चन रेज किया था. Anyone who can recall? Yes. Now the person who was the leader at the time of the institution, he felt offended. लेकिन क्या हम क्वेश्चन पूछना छोड़ देते हैं? क्या उसने छोड़ा? नहीं छोड़ा. Because it could relate to your real life. Similarly, even if people feel offended, even if you have a question, maybe sometimes you think मेरा silly question होगा, मुझे पूछना नहीं चाहिए. It's better to ask silly questions than to commit silly mistakes in future. अभी तो आपकी एज ही ऐसी है और लर्निंग तो वैसे नेवर एंडिंग प्रोसेस है, लेकिन आप तो अभी हो ही स्टूडेंट लाइफ में जब आप लोगों को सबको यही है that you are here for learning and nobody will say that you committed a mistake. Despite of committing mistakes, you are still learning. तो अभी आपसे वो लर्निंग वाला फेज ही एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है. So that's why do ask questions. In every subject, in every session, even here, you may have certain questions, please. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you. Are you getting what I'm saying? What's written there? It's a support. That means अगर आपने ये ठान लिया, if you are not willing to learn, willingness is the key. आप यहाँ बैठे हो तो आप लोगों में अगर willingness है कुछ सीखना है तो you will definitely bring a change in your personality today only. That's my promise to you. But if you have determined nahi hai another class, another session, what to learn from there? That means initially you are passive, you will not get much output today's session also. So are you with me? Are you there to learn? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, no, Josh. Yes or no? Yes, it is a promise to yourself. It's just a reply to me, but it's a promise to yourself. You have to learn not for me, for your life only. It's for yourself. Keep it in mind, right? Please, sir. So what actually, just in one line, actually I'm in a habit of not dictating paragraphs, but just one-liners I used to give my students also. The one-liner today, that is impulse. That's your inner urge to seek new information and experiences and explore novel possibilities. आज इस सेशन में या हर दिन सुबह उठ के कभी दिमाग में ये लेके आते हो आज कुछ नया सीखना है, आज कुछ नया एक्सप्लोर करना है? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू प्लान योर डे? जस्ट रेज योर हैंड्स. आज शाम को जाके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम टेलिंग यू, कल शाम जब घर गए, घर जाके सोचा कल मॉर्निंग मेरा रूटीन क्या होगा, कैसे मैंने उसको मैनेज करना है ताकि मैं अपनी आउटकम को मैक्सिमाइज कर पाऊं. Maximize your outcome in your case is learning. How many of you plan your day? Just raise your hands. This interaction is mandatory. It's necessary for you. Because learning, इसका एक principle और भी है, it should be interactive. Yes, how many of you plan your day? कि सुबह उठ के बैग पैक, चलो हफड़ा तफरी में कुछ भी हम डाल लेते हैं. Otherwise, what you will wear, definitely I think सोचते तो होंगे. What I'm going to wear tomorrow so as to look fab. How many of you do it? इतना तो सोचते हैं, है ना? Yes, none of you think, have a plan. अब season change हुआ, weather change हुआ, even then you need to plan. Now you have to take out some clothes which are different from the previous one. Either you are not ready to answer. If you are not ready to answer, then wake up. It's a wake up call for you. You need to wake up, you need to respond well. It's again for your own sake. Yes. How many of you plan? Anyone can raise on their seat. Anyone who plans the day, and what do you plan if you can express? आजकल public speaking की workshops होती हैं and you while sitting on your seats are not able to express yourself. That's not good. Bring a change in yourself. Break those barriers. Break those hesitations. Come up and answer. How do you plan your day? Anyone, any single volunteer. I could see a hand. Can I ask the person to stand? Yes, the boy over there. I think fourth last or the fifth row from here. Don't look back. The specky one. Yes, you have understood. How do you plan your day? ये भी एक हेजिटेशन है that peer group, though they are not ready to speak, but they are ready to say something to you only, है ना, informally. Come on, yes, you can do it. हाँ.
जैसे आपने कहा था कि आप ड्रेस के बारे में
सोचते हैं.
मैंने हाथ बढ़ाया.
अच्छा तब हाथ खड़ा किया. Right, better. Any other planning that you do daily? Okay. Anyways, my topic is not that one. I just wish that you could learn something which is relevant to you in your routine life as well as in your career. Please, sir, next. 3 Idiots में कुछ एक instances that I can quote. One, जब pen वाला incident हुआ, he said space में fountain pen can only work. So his question was, why not pencil? याद आया? Could relate to? Another incident, Rancho और उसकी उसके learning experiences क्या थे? हमारे यहाँ इस तरह से नहीं चलता है culture, but often it happens. The learning culture was like, he was also stopped from attending different classes, but it was his urge to learn that he used to visit different classes जहाँ से कुछ relevant मिलता था. He used to learn and pick up and then move. You are witness to it, or you have seen, you have watched where he reached. He was not behind pursuit of money only. He was behind learning. And learning led him to earn a lot. Nobody could even imagine. Because उसके बाद, who was the one जो उसके बाद आया था 5 सितंबर की डेट लेके? आ रहा है, याद आ रहा है. Yes. The name came up just now. चलो आप लोग रिलेट कर पा रहे हो, नाम नहीं भी याद आ रहा. I think he was behind the pursuit for money, but Rancho was behind learning. He was a very peaceful person serving in one of the schools in Ladakh, but he was very successful. And the pen he bought 2 signatures वो जो लेने के लिए last में. So that you can relate how important learning is. And for learning, curiosity, that's a major element. You need to be curious to learn new things every day. Explore new possibilities every day. Yes, sir. Now, often you are curious. There are few stances from your daily routine when you face that curiosity. Some people resolve it, some people ignore it. First one, how to solve Rubik's cube. Rubik's cube क्या होता है जानते हो आप लोग? Which one is that? वो कलरफुल सा क्यूब जिसमें सारे कलर्स एक जगह पे लाने होते हैं. जब छोटे हैं आपने शायद वो भी पढ़ा है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल बिहेवियर, उसमें पर्सनालिटी की थ्योरीज पढ़ते हो. पर्सनालिटी चैप्टर है कि नहीं है? है. मैम कह रहे हैं याद नहीं है. एरिक्सन की स्टेजेस आती हैं. जब बच्चा छोटा होता है ना, छोटे होते बहुत क्यूरियोसिटी होती है, कैसे इस रूबिक क्यूब को सॉल्व करना है, कैसे सारे के सारे कलर्स एक जगह पे आ जाने चाहिए. प्रैक्टिस करता है, हारता है, फिर प्रैक्टिस करता है. दैट क्यूरियोसिटी लेट हिम लर्न कि कितनी क्विकली, क्योंकि आजकल यूट्यूब पे बहुत सारी पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं थोड़े टाइम में, विद इन फ्यू सेकेंड्स. आई वॉज जस्ट वॉचिंग वन वीडियो ऑन टेड टॉक, and the guy, that small child, he was able to solve within 30 seconds on an average, but in 9 seconds also on occasionally. So that means he had that urge कि कैसे मैं Rubik cube को quickly solve करूं. पहली चीज है solve करना, फिर time limit देके कि quickly I can do it. Organizations are working a lot, productivity को increase करना है. You people are learning, you are would be managers. So you people will also be in the race कि कैसे मैं अपने employees का productivity को increase करूं. That is also a part of curiosity, but you may not find answers because you are not listening carefully in your classrooms. Then you will again be trying to explore possibilities. You have now that opportunity. If you miss it, you will be exploring the opportunities then on. So just utilize your time now only. So Rubik cube, it's the first example. Second one, आप में से कई लोगों को assignments मिलती हैं. Often you people prepare your assignments through the use of PowerPoint. Now, how many of you have used PowerPoint presentations for your assignments or anyway projects के लिए? Very few. बच्चे स्कूल से शुरू हो जाते हैं आजकल. Yes, the last bench over there. Actually, the girls. Have you ever used PPT? All of you? Yes or no? Yes. मेरे पास माइक है, मैं छोड़ भी दूं तब भी आवाज बहुत लाउड जाएगी. आ रही है आवाज? That's good. So, how to make interesting PPT? That's also curiosity. कुछ लोग हैं ठीक है जितना आता है टाइप वाइप करके it should be ready. Some people explore it in depth. How I can add animations, how transitions can be done, how I can embed videos, how I can do more creative attempts in making a PPT. But some people do not. That means you lack curiosity. Symptoms भी जानना जरूरी है. You need to work on your curiosity. Then how to download video from YouTube easily. I am still a learner. I learned this aspect from your Kaval sir. Yesterday when I had to embed a video here, I just talked to him, is it there available? He said, ma'am एक simple सा तरीका है, I can tell you that clipping, उन्होंने मेरे को video clipping भेजा, I used that clipping and I could quickly download YouTube video and embed it here. Otherwise, it could be ticklish for me. How many of you know how to download PPT or this video from YouTube? कितने लोगों ने try किया हुआ है? मैम ने किया है. मैम is a good student, हाँ. Yes. Very few of you. देखो ये चीज सीखने वाली है, कवल सर बताएंगे. Okay. So YouTube से वीडियो डाउनलोड करना छोटी सी चीज है, but curiosity is required. I could avoid that. It's okay. I have in my dump. I can play it from there only. Why to embed? Why to add on and work for that only? Why to spare time? How he or she remains so cool and calm. Curiosity किसी भी एंगल से हो सकता है. That means some people, वो बड़ा cool लगता है या लगती है. How could? वो बंदा बड़ा stress में रहता है. How that person is able to avoid stress when the other person is not able to? That is also part of curiosity. आप लोग अपनी लाइफ को मैनेज करने में पहले लगे हुए हो. अगर आप अपने स्ट्रेस को मैनेज कर पा रहे हो, you will be able to serve others, cater to the needs of others only when you are managed. So you need to be curious in every aspect of your life. Another, what's so special about iPhone? बहुत ट्रेंड में आया, What is so special? Why I should avoid Android and I should go for iPhone? How many of you have that iPhone? None? Chalo, leave it. Then how to attend meetings online? How does e-commerce platform work? How to remain stress-free? These are various questions. Often people seek answers to them. They are curious to know because they want to manage their lives well. If you are also doing it, that means you have that curiosity within yourself. And there are so many other examples that we can quote here. These are just a few of them. Yes, sir. Here it is, Elon Musk and his curiosity. How many of you know about him? Elon Musk? That's exemplary person, a personality to be followed. बहुत लोग, yes, very good, thank you. So काफी लोग जानते हैं. I hope आप में से कुछ बच्चों ने ये वीडियो देखा भी होगा. जिसने नहीं देखा या जिसने देखा है, keep your pen and paper ready. You have to quote a few instances that you need to remind me of later about curiosity. Okay, just watch this video carefully. I can stop anywhere and ask anyone. Keep your pen and paper ready. You don't carry a pen and paper? Borrow from others. Keep your pen and paper ready. Otherwise, I think if you don't have a pen and paper, your brain, your cognition should help you. Watch it carefully and then try and recall. I'll ask you people what you have seen.
He is an alien. Others say that he is an artificial
Bit louder.
intelligence robot.
Thoda aur
But when
loud.
it comes down to it, Elon Musk is a scientist, one who is conquering the business world. Elon Musk has become a futuristic industrialist, a person who took his coding skills to start building machines. Most people don't realize that Elon Musk is a scientist. Even his own friends ask him, who is the chief engineer for SpaceX, not realizing it is Elon himself. This video takes a look at how Elon Musk sees the world through a scientific mind, and how his scientific way of life fuels his businesses. We take a look at the two techniques that Elon Musk uses to teach himself about new subjects and industries. From picking up books such as a Soviet rocket manual that taught him about rockets when he was starting SpaceX, to surrounding himself with experts and people working in the field that can teach him about the subjects he wants to get into. This is the reason why he moved from Silicon Valley to LA, so he could get close to people working in the space industry. Elon Musk is a scientist and physicist on the inside and an engineer on the outside. So we will also take a brief look at the thinking process behind physics and the techniques that anyone can use to view the world. Elon Musk says that he approaches things with a physics framework, even when it comes to understanding the future, saying that if you want to understand or predict the future, then look to physics. When Elon Musk was a kid, he was scared of the dark. But then he understood that dark just means an absence of photons in the visible wavelength, and that it is silly to be afraid of a lack of photons. That is how he viewed and explained darkness to himself when he was just a kid. And Elon Musk does this with maybe everything that he thinks about, breaking everything down, even down to the fundamental laws of physics. Here are some other examples of
Sir,
the
just
different
take a
ways
pause.
Elon Musk
Once.
views the world through the mind of a physicist and scientist.
Yes, I take a break here. Anyone who can quote any instance that you've learned ki it was related to curiosity or something that you could understand about Elon. कुछ भी जो समझ में आया about his personality as such या curiosity से related जो आपको समझ में आया. Anyone. आप में से मैंने देखा कुछ बच्चे लिख रहे थे. Just be confident enough. It's a test for your confidence also. Yes, the girl over there. Are you ready to answer? Do you have something in your mind? No? ना तो आना नहीं चाहिए आंसर में. Yes. I think he deserves a round of applause. Yes, good. He could break the barrier within himself to speak up. It's okay even if it's wrong. How does it matter? You're learning. Yes.
The thing that I learned from Elon Musk is he thinks that everything has a reason for it to be that way.
Okay.
He's a person who's a reasonable person. And like, for example, his curiosity is determined like he was afraid of the dark.
Wow, that's
But
right.
then he thought, he read about it, like, why is it dark? Then he came to know that it was because of the lack of photons.
That's wonderful answer. Just better. Anyone else who could relate to Elon? Somewhere you could learn a lesson out of him? Yes, the girl. I think there is a willingness to answer, but you're not able to break the hesitation. The girl in green. Yes. You. Anything that you want to share about Elon? देखा ही नहीं, समझ नहीं आया. क्या समझ में आया? जरूरी नहीं है इंग्लिश बोलना. You may speak Hindi, even Punjabi I can understand. And I think majority of you, are you people able to understand what I'm delivering? Yes. Are you able to? Okay. Yes. No. She is not ready to break that barrier. Anyhow, hopes are still alive. You should keep on working on yourself. Anyone else?
Went up to the sky. The thrusters were diminished, or we can say destroyed, but he found the way to take them back so that it can be reused. So he found this simple things that are needed in the society.
Thank you, Vijay. I think he deserves an applaud because he has that knowledge which was not there in the video. So he already knew certain things. He has watched some other video, maybe he has read online. So he has that knowledge about Elon. One thing, basic, the curiosity was there since childhood. बच्चे हैं, अक्सर डरते हैं. यहाँ पे आप में से कईयों को डर अभी भी लगता होगा अंधेरे से, अंधेरे में जाने से. लेकिन हम क्या सोचते हैं? नहीं मम्मा, आप उठ के लाइट ऑन कर दो, हमें कुछ काम करना है, whatever so हम लोग अक्सर दूसरे की सपोर्ट ढूंढते हैं when you face some kind of a threat around you. You don't look in depth. So two things that is major that I want to highlight here. One is curiosity in terms of why darkness. So it was hidden. When he read deeply, he found it is lack of photons because of which darkness exists. So why to be afraid of? कोई भूत भूत नहीं होता है, हम लोग तो ऐसे ही डर जाते हैं. But just going in depth, what is the reason? That logic has to be found out. Only then you will be able to move a step further. So Elon did it. Until date, he is a great learner. We'll watch in continuity, then you will learn few new things and how to make lives better. In this whole universe, how to make lives better. That means simply, easily, कैसे काम किया जा सकता है. लेकिन वो काम करने के लिए टूल्स इक्विपमेंट्स तो बन गई. जिन्होंने बनाई उन्होंने बहुत हार्ड वर्क किया होता है. They have to think. Those are the curious minds who have created. One among them is Elon. Tesla, you people know. Electric cars, you people know. देखना, use करना, that is one part. Create करना, that's real contribution to the universe as such. हम में से बहुत बच्चे शायद सुनते हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना चाहते हैं, लेकिन ढूंढते हैं. कई लोग नहीं ढूंढ रहे हैं. They should start working on them. We say employment opportunities are not existing. Why? What can you do for the same? That you need to think of. So entrepreneurship maybe that curiosity needs to be there. What new product you can bring to the society? What you can contribute to the society? So that is required. Are you with me? Are you able to understand? Yes or no? Yes. काफी बच्चे देख रहे हैं, अटेंडेंस लग जाए, है ना? लग जाएगी. Yes sir, please continue.
Scientist. When describing schools and education, he says that learning is the downloading of data and algorithms into our brains, and that schools are doing a bad job of it. So he started his own school. On the Joe Rogan podcast, when talking about the birth of his son, Elon Musk compares the baby to the work he has been doing on artificial intelligence and neural nets, saying that an AI neural net is trying to copy what a human brain is doing, and you can see it learning quickly, just like a baby. When it comes to happiness, the equation is reality minus expectations. In describing our way of thinking and using devices, Elon Musk compares us to an operating system with bandwidth, saying that while computers can talk to each other at 1 trillion bits per second, we use our thumbs to interact with our phones at 10 to 100 bits. That is why he started Neuralink, to connect our brains to computers. It might be the reason why Elon Musk likes memes so much, since a lot of information gets passed along in just one image. He even tweeted saying, "Who controls the memes controls the universe." Elon Musk says that the best piece of advice is to keep thinking about how you could be doing things better and keep questioning yourself. And he uses the engineering term of creating a feedback loop, where you take what you have done and adjust how you could be doing it better, as people will tell you what you want to hear, not what is best. There are two techniques that Elon Musk uses to teach himself new subjects. One is through simply picking up books, and the other is surrounding himself with smart people. Let's first quickly take a look at how he has used books to form the wisdom and fuel for the businesses he has built. When he was a kid, Elon Musk would read up to 10 hours a day, saying he was raised by books. He even read 2 sets of encyclopedias, which gave a good view of how different things could be connected. Elon Musk's formal education includes a degree in physics and one in economics. There was also the PhD in material sciences and physics that he dropped out from. Yet his first startups out of college were all based on him coding and programming during the early days of the internet. Elon saw a computer for the first time when he was 10 years old. The first computer he got came with workbook lessons on programming in a language called BASIC, which would take 6 months to finish. Elon stayed up for 3 days straight and finished the whole 6-month course. When it came time to bring banking online, which Elon was working on when starting...
Yes, anything new that you could learn out of it? Anything different? I can see one person nodding, the only. Yes, any other? Yes, the boy, second last bench, in black turban. बड़े डरने की जरूरत नहीं है, हेजिटेशन नहीं होना चाहिए, कुछ तो समझ में आया. जो समझ में आया वो आप बता सकते हो. Yes. बोलो बेटे, you couldn't understand anything? You don't want to share. Okay, next. I won't offend anyone, but it's better if you speak. Anyone? Anyone else? None? How many streams of learning Elon had? किस stream की? आप में से majority कौन सी stream के हैं? Management? All of you are from management? So what other streams he had learned? Anyone who could listen? समझ में जिसको आया या सुना जिसने? Physics? Economics? Coding? Computer science? Material science? What? AI, artificial intelligence. Okay. And he took his own son as a subject. एक बच्चा जब उसका birth हुआ, उस time से he took him to be a subject to learn from and relate how the brain processes the things. और उसको AI से relate करके देखा. And diverse fields of learning. वही रांचो वाला हिसाब, जिस class में जो अच्छा लगा. He was not successfully a degree holder in all the streams. He dropped out. Even PhD material science complete नहीं किया. So that means उसके purpose के लिए जो वो सीखना चाहता है उतना सा सीख के he dropped out. And he did not limit himself कि मुझे सिर्फ एक stream का ही सीखना है, मुझे तो manager बनना है, CEO बनना है. Only MBA is the required degree. No. You can have knowledge, rather you should have knowledge. How he used to gain knowledge? Specific questions के quickly answer आ रहे हैं. How he used to gain knowledge? 2 ways उन्होंने बताया कैसे वो सीखता था. Yes? Reading books. Yes. To be surrounded with smart people. Mama Papa कह के थक गए. Better alone than in a bad company. Keep good company. What that company means? Which could polish your skills. That could lead to learning. कुछ नया सीखना. या जो कर रहे हो उसको और बेहतर तरीके से करना. हम लोग फोन तो पहले भी यूज करते थे ना. आज कितनी ज्यादा चेंजेस आ चुकी हैं. Now every one of you has a smartphone और कितने फीचर्स हैं, कितना कुछ कर सकते हैं. पहले कैमरा अलग होता था, फोन अलग होता था, दोनों के फंक्शंस अलग. आप दोनों को मिक्स कर दिया, एक ही डिवाइस से दोनों काम हो रहे हैं. How this could be done? Somebody thought of कि ये हो सकता है. How it can be done? When they started working on it, then they could do it. सालों लगे, फेलियर्स भी आए, लेकिन फेलियर से डर के ये थोड़ी अटेम्प्ट करना छोड़ देंगे. फेलियर, आइंस्टाइन की स्टेटमेंट्स जानते हो ना, बहुत फेमस स्टेटमेंट्स हैं. अगर आप कुछ फेलियर होते हो उसमें सीखते हो, एक्सपीरियंस एटलीस्ट यू गेन from that journey of learning. Have you got it? So you need to be curious. Whatever you are doing, maybe it's doing well, लेकिन उसको और बेटर वे से कैसे करना है, यही एक चीज थी जिसने ड्राइव किया एलॉन मस्क को. He kept on learning. हम कहते हैं अच्छा 10 घंटे पढ़ लेंगे, आईएएस ऑफिसर थोड़ी बनना है, आईपीएस थोड़ी बनना है. Even to be a good businessman, even to serve your purpose. आपने पेप्सिको का सुना, इंदिरा नूई के बारे में कितनों ने सुना हुआ है? How many of you know about Indira Nooyi, former CEO PepsiCo? She always had driven Pepsi के जो आप कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स पीते हो, ये बेवरेज इंडस्ट्री में, और जो आप चिप्स वगैरह, डोरिटोस वगैरह खाते हो, these things were manufactured by them. She always was driven by purpose कि मैं सोसाइटी में बेटर क्या कर सकती हूँ. चिप्स तो बनते हैं, बेवरेजेस बनते हैं, लेकिन बेटर ऐसा हम क्या कर सकते हैं, मैं अपनी कंपनी को कैसे ड्राइव करूँ कि मेरी कंपनी should be known. And she is wonderful lady and she has worked so hard to bring PepsiCo on the top. Now she is not there as a CEO, but she is serving society otherwise. ठीक है? So you need to keep that urge alive. Please sir, continue.
X.com, which would later become PayPal, Elon did not have much experience in banking. So Elon bought a book on the banking industry to understand how it worked. When it came to starting SpaceX, Elon would study a Soviet rocket manual, and from friends, he would borrow books such as Rocket Propulsion Elements and the Fundamentals of Astrodynamics, and he would study for months. Elon Musk figures out what he needs to study so that he can become an expert and get started working on new projects. This is the same method he used when he was a kid in school. Elon did not always get good grades, especially in subjects where he couldn't see the point of learning them. These would be mandatory subjects, such as Afrikaans. For those subjects, he would work the minimum to get a passing grade, saying that he would rather spend his time playing video games, coding, or reading books. When it came to subjects that were important to him, such as physics and computers, Elon would get the highest grade. He focuses on studying what is needed. Here are some of the books that Elon Musk recommends. There is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, a book called Ignition, which is about rockets, and the biography of Benjamin Franklin by Walter Isaacson. One book that Elon Musk highly recommends is called Structures, or Why Things Don't Fall Down. This book gives an easy-to-understand explanation of structural engineering terms based on how day-to-day objects hold together, which can include anything from bridges to eggshells. Links are in the description below for all of those books. The Foundation books are a sci-fi series set in a future where human civilization is a spacefaring society. It is a book series that Elon recommends people read. He learned from reading them that you should work on things that will prolong civilization and reduce the probability of there being a dark age. Elon's way of thinking about pushing humanity forward and doing what is best for humankind comes from books. And not just through the Foundation books, but also from reading comic books when he was younger, as the stories in them were always about saving the world. Even though Elon Musk was raised by books and used them when he started to teach himself new subjects, he was not afraid to get his hands dirty and figure things out by experimenting. For kids these days who are inspired by space and rockets, it wouldn't be so hard for them to get their parents to go on Amazon and buy a rocket kit that they could then build and launch. But for Elon Musk, growing up in South Africa, they didn't have the rocket kits that were available in the US. So Elon broke down the parts of a rocket kit and figured out how to build his own, mixing different chemicals that would fuel his homemade rocket kits. In his college days, to make some money, Elon would sell computer parts out of his dorm room. He would also build PCs and fix issues. This built up his computer hacking background, as he was not afraid to just go and figure things out. The second way that Elon Musk teaches himself about a subject and an industry is by surrounding himself with smart people, even if that means moving cities. After selling PayPal, Elon Musk moved from Silicon Valley down to LA. This was because LA would bring Musk closer to the space industry, which was the next adventure that he wanted to tackle after PayPal. Around LA, you had organizations that had set up their space efforts, from Howard Hughes and the US Air Force to NASA. They all developed a lot of their aeronautical work here. This meant that there were a lot of experts that Elon could talk to. One of the first things Elon did was to join the Mars Society, whose goal was to settle on Mars. The society already had experiments underway, and even had a research center in the Arctic. Through the society, Elon also got to meet scientists who were working on Mars missions for NASA. Some of them would later become hired consultants that would teach and coach Elon for his jump into the space industry. The book said being surrounded by experts is how Elon taught himself about the space industry. It is the same method that his cousins used to learn about the solar business. Elon's cousins spent 2 years studying solar technology and the industry. They went to events, studied research reports, and interviewed people, all before starting Solar City, which Tesla later bought. They used the same techniques that Elon had used to become an expert in the space industry. As Elon Musk started to hire engineers and...
Another question for you. Which was the first company that he sold? PayPal was the company he sold out. And then he moved on to which business? Space. So SpaceX he started. Actually, एक ना कोट है छोटा सा हिंदी में, ये जिंदगी एक मुसलसल सफर है, जो मंजिल पे पहुंचो तो मंजिल बढ़ा लो. He was of the same philosophy. हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं, अच्छा ये चीज अचीव कर ली, बस हो गया, we are successful, now relax. अच्छा एक अच्छा बिजनेस हमारा हो गया, हमारा एक बिजनेस अच्छे से रन हो गया, now we should move on and relax. Now he was of not this view. एक बिजनेस, बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री, that PayPal online payment system, he was successful, he lost his interest into it, he moved on to space. And similarly, now he's into Tesla and he's into electric cars. So many things he has explored in his life, certain things he might have failed into, but why to worry? Keep on moving. And he never bothered about how much cost it is going to incur. Failure की cost भी होती है. Success, it also has its cost, but उसमें हमें repay हो जाता है. Failures में often we may not be even repaid. But when we have a diversified portfolio, एक नहीं तो दूसरे से we will be earning well. So you need to learn a lot from this live example which is still in existence. He is not of any other world, he is of this world only. What kind of brain he has, what kind of philosophy he has, what kind of thought process he has, you need to be curious to learn about it. What he has done in life. वो ना से अगर आप कम से कम ऊपर उठने की कोशिश करोगे, कहीं आसमान पे नजदीक सितारों के करीब तो पहुंच सकते हो ना. If you cannot reach and touch the sky or the moon, at least you will end up near them. So just aim high in your life. Aim high in your life. So next slide. Brain and curiosity. ऐसे ही नहीं ये बातें कर रही हूँ, रिसर्च पे बेस्ड है ये चीजें. रिसर्च हैज प्रूवन कि ब्रेन में जब क्यूरियोसिटी होती है, आप कुछ सीखना चाहते हो, आप नया फोन लेके आते हो, बड़े क्यूरियस होते हो, देखते हैं इसमें क्या क्या फीचर्स हैं, एंड यू क्विकली लर्न देम. That means when you are curious, your brain works in such a way that leads to better learning. जो आपकी क्यूरियोसिटी अगर ना हो तो जितनी लर्निंग की एफिशिएंसी होगी उससे कहीं ज्यादा होगी जब आप क्यूरियस हो. सो बी क्यूरियस. एक बच्चे से ये क्यूरियोसिटी जरूर सीखनी चाहिए. व्हेन यू ग्रो अप, व्हाई यू लूज दैट क्यूरियोसिटी समवे बैक, यू शुड कीप इट इन योरसेल्फ, राइट? यस सर. सो ये एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ने जो रिवील किया, आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू. सर नेक्स्ट, बिजनेस केस फॉर क्यूरियोसिटी. हार्वर्ड बिजनेस रिव्यू में एक आर्टिकल था, एंड दैट आर्टिकल इवन हेल्प्ड मी कि कई चीजें जो हम क्यूरियोसिटी के बारे में नहीं जानते हैं, वी कैन लर्न फ्रॉम दैट. Organizations, they are trying to promote happiness, they are trying to promote curiosity. Why this is so? Because इसके multiple benefits हैं. बहुत सारे benefits में से कुछ एक benefits I am going to highlight है. One is research के accordingly curiosity leads to high performance. हम लोग अंधाधुंध कोशिश कर रहे हैं जानने की कि परफॉर्मेंस को इंक्रीज कैसे किया जा सकता है। आप लोग हो, आप अपने स्कोर्स को इंक्रीज करने की कोशिश करते हो सकता है आप में से कुछ लोग अभी भी बिजनेस ज्वाइन, कोई शॉप पे जाता हो, कोई पापा से बात करके डिस्कशंस करता हो, ममा से डिस्कशंस करते हो। दैट मीन्स यू ऑफन आर इनटू डिस्कशंस कि किस तरह से अपनी वर्कफोर्स, जो लोग बिजनेस में आपने हायर कर रखे हैं, उनकी प्रोडक्टिविटी, उनकी परफॉर्मेंस को बेटर कैसे किया जाए। सो क्यूरियोसिटी इज वन वे, डेवलप क्यूरियोसिटी इन देम, जो काम हो रहा है कैसे हो रहा है। इवन एलॉन मस्क की भी यहां रेफरेंस दी जा सकती है। ही यूज्ड टू ब्रेक एनीथिंग इनटू डेप्थ, स्मॉलेस्ट पॉसिबल पार्ट। अगर स्पेसक्राफ्ट है, वो वर्क कैसे करता है, स्पेसक्राफ्ट के अंदर क्या क्या एलिमेंट्स हैं, उनके क्या क्या फंक्शंस हैं। आप अगर कंप्यूटर की बात करते हो, आप में से कुछ बच्चों ने पता भी होगा, मदरबोर्ड होता है, उसके अंदर सीपीयू के अंदर कई सारे कंपोनेंट्स हैं, कितनी सारी वायर्स हैं, लैन कार्ड है, सो मेनी थिंग्स आर देयर। व्हाट ईच थिंग परफॉर्म्स, व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ ईच एंड एवरीथिंग, हम कोशिश ही नहीं करते जानने की। दैट क्यूरियोसिटी टू मूव इनटू डेप्थ, that is required. ये नहीं सिलेबस में जितना है सिर्फ वो कर लिया, that is okay. Explore beyond that. You have a revolution of information online. इतने सारे YouTube वीडियोस हैं, इतना सारा ऑनलाइन आर्टिकल का कंटेंट है, यू कैन रीड इट, यू कैन गो थ्रू वीडियोस। नई रीडिंग पसंद है, वीडियोस सुनो, देखना भी उसमें शामिल है। व्हाई टू स्टे आइडल, इंटरनेट है, फैसिलिटी मोस्टली सबके पास है, एंड दैट्स अ वेरी गुड वन। ब्रॉडबैंड है आजकल तो सबके पास। सो यू पीपल कैन एक्सप्लोर बियॉन्ड योर इमेजिनेशन इवन, कि आप क्या सीख सकते हो, बट वो विलिंगनेस, वो क्यूरियोसिटी आपके अंदर होनी चाहिए। ओनली देन यू विल बी एबल टू लर्न वेल। हाई परफॉर्मेंस एंड मोर अडेप्टेबल। अगर आपके अंदर क्यूरियोसिटी है, आप एनवायरमेंटल स्कैनिंग भी करोगे। जब आप ये कोर्स कंप्लीट कर लोगे, तब आप स्कैनिंग शुरू करोगे कि आप जॉब कहां लें। व्हाई नॉट नाउ? हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं अच्छा कैट क्लियर करना है, मे बी बीबीए के बाद, इन दैट केस तब फाइनल ईयर में शुरू करेंगे। व्हाई नॉट नाउ? अगर फर्स्ट ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स हैं, सेकेंड ईयर के हैं, आर दे देयर? फर्स्ट सेकेंड ईयर में है, यस, सो व्हाई नॉट नाउ? और ये नहीं कि सिर्फ कैट क्लियर करना है या सिर्फ हमने अच्छा स्कोर लेना है। व्हाई नॉट टू एक्सप्लोर पॉसिबल अपॉर्चुनिटीज। कोई अच्छा बिजनेस मॉडल मिल जाए आपको, वो ऐसे ही नहीं बैठे बैठे नहीं आएगा, वो पढ़ने से, देखने से, सुनने से आएगा। कौन से ऐसे बिजनेस मॉडल हैं जो फेल हो चुके हैं, यू कैन एक्सप्लोर न्यू पॉसिबिलिटीज। वो क्यों फेल हुए, वो आप एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो। सो देयर आर, आई थिंक, लिमिटलेस अपॉर्चुनिटीज फॉर यू, बट यू जस्ट नीड टू बी विलिंग, यू नीड टू बी क्यूरियस इनफ टू गो इनटू डेप्थ। सिर्फ पढ़ने के लिए नहीं, सिर्फ एग्जाम्स में लिखने के लिए नहीं, सिर्फ अच्छे स्कोर के लिए नहीं, जस्ट रेलेवेंट लर्निंग फॉर योर लाइफ एज सच. It'll automatically build your wonderful career. You will not seek employment, you will be an offerer of employment. You will offer employment opportunities to others. Right? Just what dream लेने की जरूरत है, वो curiosity होने की जरूरत है, that is required. Yes, so next. So three most important, sir, इसको skip करिए, next वाला. Benefits of curiosity. First one is, अगर क्यूरियोसिटी है, आप इन डेप्थ पढ़ते हो, इन डेप्थ एक्सप्लोर करते हो, तो डिसीजन मेकिंग आपकी ज्यादा साउंड होगी, which otherwise will not be, क्योंकि आपने एक्सप्लोर कम किया. नेक्स्ट सर. More innovation and positive changes in both creative and non-creative jobs. ये सारी रिसर्च की आउटकम्स हैं. ये रिसर्चर ने एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किए हैं, एक्सप्लोर किया है कि क्यूरियोसिटी में ऐसा क्या है जो हम लोग क्यूरियोसिटी को प्रमोट करें. तो ये एक रीजन है व्हाई क्यूरियोसिटी शुड बी प्रमोटेड. इट लीड्स टू मोर इनोवेशन. दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड. अगर लोग क्यूरियस ना होते तो क्या जानते कि ये फोन से और क्या चीजें पॉसिबल है. आई रिमेंबर जब मैं छोटी थी तब कहते थे कि कैमरा फोन के साथ ही हो जाएगा, एनेबल हो जाएगा. हाउ कम? आई कुडंट इवन इमेजिन, बिकॉज I was not curious to know more about phones. It's okay. I'm more curious about psychology. Whenever there is some topic, I just delve deeper into it. What is this topic about? Why it is relevant? How relevant is that? So, you need to identify that niche for yourself. You need to identify that niche for yourself कि आप किस में interested हो. Then explore. क्योंकि एलॉन के भी वीडियो में शायद आपने देखा या नहीं देखा, उसके लिए बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट्स वो स्टडी करता था, लेकिन सब में इक्वल अटेंशन नहीं देता था. कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स जिसमें उसको इंटरेस्ट नहीं था, सिर्फ पढ़ के पास होना है, दैट इज ओके. लेकिन कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स जिसमें उसका बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट था, उसको डीपली पढ़ता था. हम हर सब्जेक्ट में हो सकता है इक्वल अटेंशन ना दे पाए, लेकिन एटलीस्ट कुछ में जेन्युइन, कुछ में डेप्थ. सो दैट इज अ गुड कॉम्बिनेशन. इवन यू पीपल कैन एक्सप्लोर. राइट? नेक्स्ट सर. reduced group conflict, more open communication, better team performance. These are also few benefits of yes sir, next. Barriers to curiosity, ये मैंने बहुत beginning में भी बोला था. I have a very small, I think 6.5 years old son. He used to often ask me one thing or the other. मम्मा ये कैसे, मम्मा वो कैसे. कई बार इंसान परेशान भी हो जाता है, but मैंने ये पढ़ रखा है, इसलिए मैं परेशान नहीं होती. That means you have not to snub that child. Whenever somebody asks a question, even if you don't have an answer for the same, you can postpone, you can delay. आज नहीं, कल तेरे को जवाब दे देंगे. If you have that answer, don't look for उसको snub कर दिया तो सवाल ही पूछता रहता है, क्या बेकार है. Often it happens, बड़ा पीसफुल बच्चा है, बहुत बढ़िया बच्चा है, may not be. Smartness तब आपकी आगे आएगी, आप questions पूछोगे, you will get answers, fine. If you don't get answer from the intended person, मान लो आपने टीचर से कुछ क्वेश्चन पूछा, ऑन द स्पॉट आपको आंसर नहीं मिला, वेट, इवन एक्सप्लोर बाय योरसेल्फ. अगर आपको उस टाइम पे आंसर नहीं मिला है, थोड़ा लेट मिल सकता है, लेट भी नहीं मिला है, आप अपने आप एक्सप्लोर करो, क्वेश्चन को अनआंसर्ड मत छोड़ो. डोंट स्टॉप आस्किंग क्वेश्चन, आस्क योरसेल्फ. You are responsible for yourself. This is your life. So keep curiosity alive. It will help you in the long term. हो सकता है short term में कई बार you will succumb to the pressure. आज time नहीं है, छोड़ो, कल सही. But don't leave the questions unanswered. Right? Yes, sir. Next. Next. Do we have time?
Yes.
Okay. So please play this video.
Most people don't recognise the name of the explorer Bjarni Højåsen. In 986, sailing from Norway to Greenland in a trip to visit his father, storms blew him so far off course that when they finally let up, he and his crew had no idea where they were. When the weather cleared, they were relieved to find land. But instead of the familiar mountains and glaciers,
ये वीडियो थोड़ा ध्यान से देखनी पड़ेगी, एक्सेंट थोड़ा डिफरेंट है, आपको समझने में इशू आ सकता है, लेकिन एक लर्निंग आउटकम है, एंड दैट इज सिग्निफिकेंट वन. ध्यान से दोबारा प्ले कर रही हूँ, ध्यान से सुनना और देखना. ये सब एक बार दोबारा प्ले करना.
most people don't recognise the name of the explorer Bjarni Højåsen. In 986, sailing from Norway to Greenland in a trip to visit his father, storms blew him so far off course that when they finally let up, he and his crew had no idea where they were. When the weather cleared, they were relieved to find land. But instead of the familiar mountains and glaciers of Greenland, it was forests. His crew begged him to land and explore this new area. But anxious to reach his intended destination, Bjarni turned the boat around and headed back out to sea, making it to Greenland a week later. Years later, he recounted his story to a friend who decided to buy Bjarni's ship and use it to retrace his routes. His friend was Leif Erikson, and that strange land Bjarni saw was Canada. Today, Leif Erikson goes down in history as the first European to set foot on the American continent, because Bjarni's curiosity didn't get the better of him. It is in our nature to explore,
That's okay.
to reach out into the unknown.
What you could listen and understand. A और B हम difficult वाले नाम्स नहीं लेके चलते. There were two persons. एक जिसकी reference शुरू में आई, we consider that him to be A, और B was the second one. So what difference you could observe? What was the video about? Yes, the boy over there. Last bench.
The A person didn't have the curiosity to explore the thing and he went back, but his friend, he retraced the route and has the curiosity and he became the first European to discover the Canada.
Thank you. So it was a great learning. Actually, A एक ऐसा person था जिसने ग्रीनलैंड जाना था. गलती से वो किसी एक जगह पे पहुंच गया जहां सिर्फ फॉरेस्ट्स थे. फॉरेस्ट्स देखे, उसने सोचा कि ये वो जगह नहीं है जहां मैं जाना चाहता था. वो वापस गया, थोड़ा और ट्रैवल किया और वहां पहुंचा जहां वो जाना चाहता था. दैट इज ग्रीनलैंड दे आर सेइंग. नाउ बी पर्सन, बी उसका एक फ्रेंड था, उसके साथ उसने वो स्टोरी शेयर की कि मैं एक बार ऐसे ऐसे गया था, वहां पे फॉरेस्ट थे, मैं वहां से वापस गया, जहां जाना चाहता था वहां पहुंच गया, थोड़ा लेट पहुंचा क्योंकि रास्ते में कहीं और भटक गया था. वो कहता अच्छा ऐसी बात है, मैं चाहता हूं कि उसको एक्सप्लोर करूं, तू पहले कहां पहुंचा था जहां से तू वापस चला गया. He took that ship, bought that ship from his friend और दोबारा वापस उसी रूट पे गया जिस रूट पे उसने बताया. And what he explored? Canada. And his name is now known to be the first European to land into Canada. जैसे वास्को डी गामा उन लोगों का नाम चलता है ना, that they could explore different islands. So Canada was explored by that B. वो A भी कर सकता था, लेकिन उसने क्या किया? डिस्ट्रैक्शन क्या थी? मैं जहां पहुंचना चाहता हूं ये वो जगह नहीं है, लेकिन उसने ये नहीं जाना ये कौन सी जगह है. सो दैट क्यूरियोसिटी वॉज नॉट देयर कि पहले कभी नहीं देखा, मैं इस रूट पे आया हूं तो ये कौन सी नई जगह है, आज मुझे पता चली, जाके देखता हूं. Otherwise, he could have been the first person and history could be having his names in the golden letters, but he missed that opportunity. So, it's a great learning for you. अगर समझ सको that curiosity, no doubt it has a price to pay. हो सकता है आप जिस डेस्टिनेशन पे पहुंचना चाहते हो उस पे थोड़ा लेट पहुंचो, लेकिन रास्ते में कई चीजें जो आप सीख सकते हो उसको मिस कर जाते हो. To aim at your goal, but you also need to explore opportunities of learning on the way to your destination. Right? Are you there? Are you able to understand? Never stop learning and always have that curiosity to know why. Have you got an answer to your question why you are in this session? How many of you, just boldly tell me, couldn't learn anything from this session? I am bold enough, I can accept your answers of no even. Just raise your hands, those who think you have not learned anything in this session. A big round of applause for yourself. You are a great learner. Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Is the passion for curiosity. So if you are curious, you open the door of opportunity for yourself, right? And you know, in human life cycle, like in product life cycle, we have different stages. Similarly, in human life cycle, we have different stages. And there is one stage when we were very curious. Can you tell me that stage? At which stage we were very curious? Childhood, right? So don't kill your childhood. Be curious, right? If you are curious, then you will be ready to learn everything. Whenever I used to travel with my child, right? They used to ask many questions. ये क्या है? ये कौन सी बिल्डिंग है? ये कौन जा रहा है? ये कौन सी कार है? Sometimes I get irritated, but then I realize कि at least this child is having more curiosity than me. मेरे से भी ज़्यादा curious है. I never thought कि building किसकी है, but that child is having the curiosity कि building किसकी है. और ये बनी हुई है, इस पे कोई मॉल क्यों नहीं बना अभी तक, है ना? So you need to be curious in your life if you want to learn something, and it's a wonderful topic. It's a great thought raised by ma'am. So I'm really thankful to ma'am for this wonderful session, and on the behalf of entire City University, I'm really thankful to ma'am for sparing their valuable time. I would like to call ma'am to please come on the stage, and all the teachers also please.